I tried talking sense to an empty room. Walls just stare like they always do. Phone in my hand, numbers I won't dial. Everyone's gone or they stayed a while. The night leans heavy on this bar. Neon buzzes like an open scar. I ask myself where it all went wrong, but the jukebox cuts me off mid-song. Truth gets loud when the lights go low, but I ain't ready to let it show. Whiskey doesn't argue back, doesn't ask me why I'm here, doesn't flinch at the cracks, doesn't feed me hope or fear. Yeah, whiskey doesn't argue back, it just burns and understands. It don't promise I'll be better, but it fits right in my hand. I've heard advice from wiser men, heard it once and heard it again. They say slow down, boy, you're gonna break, but breaking feels easier than fate. Every glass feels like a pause in time, like the world stops asking me to climb. I don't need answers, don't need proof, just something quiet enough to lose. I know silence isn't the same as peace, but it lets me breathe. Whiskey doesn't argue back, doesn't say I'm wrong or right, doesn't care if I stay on track, just keeps me company tonight. Yeah, whiskey doesn't argue back, but it never tells me when to stop. Morning always shows up uninvited with a headache full of things I hid. Promises written in disappearing ink, regret stronger than the drink. I swear someday I'll choose another way, but tonight's got something else to say. If loneliness had a sound, it'd be this glass hitting the ground. Whiskey doesn't argue back, doesn't judge the man I am, doesn't pull me from the tracks, just walk beside me when it can. Yeah, whiskey doesn't argue back, and that's why it's hard to leave. It never tells me lies, but it never makes me free. Bar lights hum, last call's done. Another night I barely won.